The lights dropped without warning. A single spotlight cut through the desert air inside State Farm Stadium, and within seconds, 60,000 voices fell silent. Then he appeared, Bruno Mars, and what followed wasn't just a concert. It was a moment that fans are already calling one of the most unforgettable performances of his career. In Glendale, Arizona, Bruno Mars delivered a stadium show that went far beyond expectations, blending precision, emotion, and spectacle into a performance that stunned even longtime followers. As part of his ongoing The Romantic Tour, the global superstar didn't just perform his biggest hits, he reshaped them, reimagined them, and reminded the industry why he remains one of the most complete entertainers of his generation. The night opened with "Risk It All," a track that has quickly become synonymous with the tour itself. From the first note, the energy inside the stadium shifted. This wasn't a slow build. It was immediate impact. Mars commanded the stage with a level of control and charisma that few artists today can replicate, supported by his longtime band, the Hooligans, whose tight instrumentation elevated every moment. But beyond the spectacle, this performance marked another milestone in the evolving career of Bruno Mars. After more than a decade at the top of the industry, many artists begin to plateau. Mars, instead, appears to be accelerating. His recent projects, including collaborations, residencies, and now a full-scale global tour, demonstrate not just longevity, but reinvention. Industry analysts have noted that Bruno Mars continues to bridge generations of music fans. His sound draws from classic funk, R&B, and soul, yet feels unmistakably modern. In Glendale, that fusion was on full display. Tracks like 24K Magic and Treasure transformed the stadium into a high-energy dance floor, while When I Was Your Man brought a wave of emotion that visibly moved the crowd. Bruno is one of the last true showmen, said a Los Angeles-based music producer who has worked with major touring acts. What you saw in Glendale, that's not just talent. That's discipline, rehearsal, and a deep understanding of performance as an art form. That sentiment is echoed across the industry. Critics have long praised Mars not only for his vocal ability, but for his attention to detail. Every transition, every lighting cue, every band arrangement feels intentional. In an era where many live shows rely heavily on backing tracks and visual effects, Bruno Mars continues to emphasize live musicianship and real-time performance. Behind the scenes, sources close to the production describe a demanding schedule leading up to the Glendale show. Weeks of rehearsals, late-night adjustments, and constant refinements were required to achieve the seamless flow that audiences witnessed. He doesn't settle, one crew member shared. Even after a perfect run, he'll go back and tweak something. That's who he is. That perfectionism paid off during one of the night's most talked-about moments. Midway through the set, Mars transitioned into a stripped-down piano segment, performing When I Was Your Man. The stadium, once roaring, fell into near silence. Fans sang along, many visibly emotional. It was a reminder that beneath the choreography and production, Bruno Mars remains, at his core, a storyteller. Moments like this have contributed to his enduring cultural impact. Over the years, Bruno Mars has consistently delivered songs that resonate across demographics. From chart-topping hits to deeply personal ballads, his catalog reflects a rare balance of commercial success and artistic authenticity. The Glendale performance also highlighted his ability to adapt to the evolving landscape of the music industry. With the rise of short-form content and digital-first audiences, live performances have taken on new importance. They are no longer just concerts, they are experiences designed to be shared, clipped, and remembered, and Mars understands this. Throughout the night, there were multiple moments clearly crafted for viral impact. High-energy dance breaks, perfectly timed crowd interactions, and explosive finales created scenes that are already circulating across social media platforms. Yet none of it felt forced. That's the difference. Some artists chase virality, said a New York-based music critic. Bruno Mars creates moments that naturally become viral because they're real, they're exciting, and they're executed at an elite level. The closing sequence of the show proved that point. As the opening chords of Uptown Funk echoed through the stadium, the crowd erupted. What followed was a finale that combined fireworks, choreography, and pure audience energy into a climax that felt almost cinematic. By the final note, it was clear, this wasn't just another stop on a tour. It was a defining moment for Bruno Mars. Moments like Glendale are part of a larger narrative. Since breaking into the mainstream with hits like Just the Way You Are, he has steadily built a career defined by consistency and evolution. Each era has introduced something new, yet remained rooted in his signature style. His recent work, including collaborations that blend genres and generations, suggests an artist who is still exploring, still pushing, still refusing to be confined by expectations. And in an industry that often prioritizes trends over substance, that approach sets him apart. Beyond the music, Bruno Mars has also influenced the broader culture of performance. His emphasis on live instrumentation has inspired younger artists to invest more in musicianship. His stage presence has redefined what audiences expect from a headline act. And his ability to connect emotionally with fans has reinforced the importance of authenticity in an increasingly digital world. The Glendale show served as a case study in all of these elements. It was technically flawless, emotionally engaging, and culturally relevant. It demonstrated why Bruno Mars continues to headline major venues and why his tours remain among the most anticipated events in live entertainment. Perhaps most importantly, it showed that he is not slowing down. Looking ahead, industry insiders speculate that the momentum from the romantic tour could lead to new releases, further collaborations, and potentially another defining chapter in his career. If Glendale is any indication, the foundation is already in place. For fans, the takeaway is simple. What happened in that stadium was more than entertainment. It was a reminder of what live music can be at its best: immersive, emotional, and unforgettable. And for Bruno Mars, it was another statement, not just that he can still deliver, but that he can still surprise. As the lights came up and the crowd slowly filed out into the Arizona night, one thing was clear: they hadn't just witnessed a concert. They had experienced something rare. Something difficult to replicate, something, in every sense of the word, unthinkable. And if this performance is a glimpse into the future of Bruno Mars, the industry may not be fully prepared for what comes next. In the hours following the Glendale show, clips from the night continued to spread across platforms, drawing reactions not just from fans but from fellow artists and industry insiders. For many, the conversation wasn't just about the scale of the performance, it was about what it represents in a shifting music landscape. As touring becomes increasingly competitive and audiences demand more immersive experiences, moments like this set a new benchmark. There is also a growing recognition that Bruno Mars has quietly built one of the most durable legacies of the modern era. Without relying on constant releases or controversy, he has maintained relevance through precision, quality, and timing. Each appearance feels intentional. Each performance feels earned. A veteran concert promoter based in Las Vegas put it simply: when Bruno steps on stage, you're not just buying a ticket. You're investing in a guaranteed experience. That trust is rare. As anticipation builds for the next stops on the romantic tour, one question continues to surface: how does he top this? For Bruno Mars, that challenge may be the point. Because if Glendale proved anything, it's that he's not chasing expectations, he's rewriting them in real time.